A significant portion of small business owners choose to perform tasks themselves to save money, and research shows that there's a desire to maintain control and avoid unnecessary expenses. And this particularly happens when businesses are just starting out. Because of this, I'm here today to empower you and to support you to create your own 18-month IT strategy roadmap. The reason why I'm doing this is because when businesses align their IT strategy with their goals, they tend to grow. So for example, Dr. Logic reports that highly aligned companies are 2.3 times more likely to exceed their revenue goals. And according to research from LSA Global, companies with well-aligned IT strategies and business objectives can experience a 58% faster revenue growth compared to those with strategies that are misaligned. So let's start planning to increase your business success. Let's dive into part 1 of this 4-part series, where we will cover definition and the why of aligning IT strategies with your business goals. This webinar is going to be interactive, so feel free to pull up a chair and grab a writing surface, good old pen and paper, or your laptop, desktop, or iPad. Be sure to download the Digital Transformation Workshop spreadsheet for Chief Digital Officers in this description section below, because I'm going to reference this throughout this presentation, and it forms the template of your 18-month digital strategy plan. The spreadsheet is there for you to use, but if you wish just to follow along, that's fine as well, of course. The goal of the webinar is to foster awareness and provide direction and not perfection. If you're planning to fill out the worksheet, it might be a good idea to share your plan with your team so it can be part of your overall business plan. So this series is suitable for individual and team viewing alike. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Iris Lentjes. I'm your presenter for today. I've spent over 20 years as a cloud, telecom, and IT consultant, and I'm currently managing the business aspects at First Light Cloud Exchange. Our company is based in Manhattan, New York, and we specialize in guiding businesses through their digital transformation processes. So we assist our clients in formulating goals and needs and with the selection of the right technology for their business. We also ensure that implementation is fully supported and offer help desk on all services implemented. The reason why we're doing this is because technology implementation can be very complex and cumbersome, and we understand this. So we're with our clients every step of the way to ensure a successful project implementation and a successful digital transformation process as a whole. We represent over 400 providers, managed service providers, and manufacturers, and so no matter the vendor selected within the 8 stacks of IT that we represent, we can consult and provide support on any of them. And as such, FCX is a true value-added reseller. Now let's talk about what we'll cover today. The webinar series will have 9 segments, and we'll start with definitions of IT and digital strategy. Then we'll go over the why. Why is the alignment of your IT and digital strategies crucial for gaining more control and achieving your business goals? Third, we will cover what I would recommend as orientation points and aspects related to choosing the right technology for your business, using criteria for evaluation like time, money, and adoption elasticity. We'll explore smart planning, common pitfalls, and how to avoid them. And then we'll move into an interactive part of the series, and during these interactive sections, we'll conduct mini assessments and use the worksheet that I referenced before. At this point, I'll ask you to define a few business goals for yourself, so in later steps, you can start aligning the technologies to those goals. Fifth, we'll move into covering common challenges. I will share what I've learned over 20 years as what we see to be common pitfalls when we support our clients during the implementation of new digital assets and when managing their assets. After that, we will continue with writing your plan, and I will ask you to define your key performance indicators so you can gain further clarity around your objectives. The 7th segment in this session will cover 5 key technologies for small businesses, and we'll discuss current news and trends, solution examples, and the time and financial investment required for each. After that, we'll put the final pieces of your IT strategy together. So we'll have a chance to further hone your plan by matching 3 business goals with 3 IT technologies, creating that 18-month IT strategy plan. And we'll wrap up with sharing further resources. While it's easy to see visible tools like machinery and laptops in operations, your digital infrastructure, including cloud services, is less visible, but it plays an equally vital role. Tools like cloud infrastructure allow businesses to scale and streamline processes and contribute significantly to growth. This is actually reflected by the global cloud computing market, which has surged by 635% from 2010 to 2020. Small businesses now spend an average of 4.5 hours daily on cloud tools as well, and this shows a shift towards digital efficiency. So this really truly points to the need of robust digital strategies, especially around managing cybersecurity and network performance across remote locations. Before we continue, let's perform a quick exercise to set the stage for our discussions. Let's take a few minutes to reflect on your current digital toolkits. So please consider these questions and jot them down or share your thoughts with anybody you may be viewing this webinar with. Warming up then a little bit by answering 3 questions so we can gain some clarity. Question number 1. Name one digital or IT victory within your organization in the last 5 years. What went well? What is your team very happy about? So within your IT network services and cloud stacks, including software, communication platforms, and cybersecurity services, what is working very well? Question number 2. Name one digital or IT challenge your company faces today. Is there a squeaking wheel somewhere? What are your employees or clients mentioning as a point of improvement? Jot it down or share with one of your coworkers. Question number 3. Name one of your current IT or network services that specifically supports employee satisfaction or improves customer experience, or both. So which technology improves the experience of customers, students, patients, or staff? We'll allow you about 2 minutes to answer all of these questions. How was that exercise for you? I hope it provided some clarity. So let's move on now to defining a few key concepts. So what's the difference between IT strategy, and digital transformation? Well, you may know the answer already, just wanted to reiterate it here. An IT strategy primarily focuses on the internal infrastructure and management of technology within an organization. So it serves as a roadmap for adopting, integrating, and managing IT systems and infrastructure. It covers areas like cloud integration, network planning, cybersecurity planning, and hardware and software management. Now, on the other hand, digital strategy focuses on how a business will use the digital tools. It's more marketing and operations driven. So which technologies will interact with customers and achieve a broader business goal. Digital transformation goes beyond IT and digital strategies. It is the integration of digital technologies into all business areas, including cloud, AI, and IoT, and so forth. And what's important around digital transformation is fostering a culture of innovation. So as we move through the process of formulating your IT strategy, feel free to write down any aspect around these strategies. So if you would like to formulate a digital strategy in your 18-month plan, that's obviously fine as well. Moving on now into the why. Why is it important to align digital and IT strategies with your business goals? So as I mentioned before, it turns out that statistics show that planning and defining leads to clear results. According to 90, for example, companies that maintain healthy levels of focus and commitment tend to meet at least 80% of their goals. And I mentioned before that Dr. Logic reports, for example, that businesses that align IT and business strategies are 2.3 times more likely to meet their revenue goals. So planning really truly leads to revenue growth. It is, however, understandable that executives or business owners shy away from IT planning, because research shows that technology intimidation is a very real issue for small and medium-sized businesses. Many owners and executives can feel overwhelmed by the rapid pace of technological advancements and the complex features of new software, as well as the overwhelming amount of choice. Dun & Bradstreet lists 127,000 telecom companies in the US alone. That is 127,000 companies to choose from. On top of that, now more than ever before, in addition to all of these aspects around IT, there are potential security risks associated with adopting new tools as well. So all of these dynamics often lead to hesitancy in implementing new technology, even when it could benefit operations. So let's take back control. If we plan, we can ask our vendor for what the technology needs to do for us. Its primary function is to make process go quicker, more efficient, and increase ease. So if we can focus on what the tech needs to deliver, the organization and the executive team can ensure ease of use and ease of maintenance. So by planning and taking charge, you can focus on these aspects and demand it from your vendors. If the executive team takes back control and embraces the fact that it will take time to work with the new tools, business teams can perform self-care around learning and adoption. So this can include the logical action of taking small, manageable steps to learning the new technology, asking for help from professionals, and refraining from feeling pressured to learning everything at once. The second factor to consider is that planning helps define goals. So knowing your goals leads to empowerment, which enables better decision and operations. So when planning and working on alignment, your team can implement key performance indicators or metrics. And this in turn will support data-driven decisions. KPIs can help with simplifying operations and can help your team with holding vendors accountable. Unfortunately, on the other hand, without the plan, it's easier for implementations to fail, which incur costs and wastes time. A staggering amount of 14 to 66% of IT projects fail, and 30% are canceled before they deliver anything or because people do not end up using what they had requested. What seems to matter within these statistics is communication and expectation, because 71% of the projects fail due to a lack of user input, and 48% have poorly defined requirements, with 66% lacking a clear budget or timeline. So being concise and precise will therefore support your success. On the next slide, you'll see an illustration of what happens when organizations fail to plan, especially with technology. So it's crucial to articulate what you're trying to achieve. Now, when turning things around, where others fail, your planning talents can help you win. With a plan, you can proactively leverage technology to beat the competition. Quixie found that organizations with chief digital officers are 6 times more likely to achieve successful digital transformations. So only if a person within the company takes ownership of digital transformation, there is a much bigger chance of success. So I would like to challenge you to appoint somebody or yourself within your organization to be a chief digital officer. Take ownership so your digital process will succeed.